Hey, welcome back to Are You Alkaline Today? It's been a while, but thank you for checking in. Today we are making black cumin veggie burgers. And when I tell you they are the best, believe me, they are the best. Now, for those of you who have not soaked your chickpeas, because you're going to need chickpeas, if you have not soaked them, I suggest you pause the video, soak them for 10 hours in alkaline water. I'm not going to go through the whole deal about alkaline water, but just make sure you got some good water. For myself, I use alkaline water. I use the BIOMineral Plus Alkaline Water. If you're not familiar with it, send me an email. I'll tell you all about it. But you're going to soak your peas in alkaline water for 10 hours. All right. And once you're done, then come back to the video so you can catch up with everybody else. Okay. Now, for those of you who have canned chickpeas, I really don't suggest you use canned chickpeas, but hey, you got to do what you got to do until you can do better. I understand that. Good. So you got your chickpeas, you done soaked your chickpeas, you're back and you're ready to get started. Cool. Let's go. So we're going to transfer our soaked chickpeas into our pot to get ready to boil them and cook them. If you're using chickpeas that are in a can, please get all of that excess water and fluid that was in that can, rinse those off, add them into your pot, and use some alkaline water inside of your pot. All right, got it? Let's go. Now, what we're going to do here, we're going to add some green lentils to our mix. That's right, we're going to add green lentils to our mix. Now, I hope you already soaked those a little bit. If not, it's fine. It's still going to work whether if you have or not. Add your lentils to your mix, okay? And you can kind of like, it's really like no set like measurements, but for myself, I think I used about 2 cups. No, I used about 1.5 cups of chickpeas to about 1/2 cup of lentils. Do that make sense? I hope so, because if not, then I really can't get into that. But I think I used 1.5 cups to 1/2 cup chickpeas to lentils. Okay, I added that, and then we're gonna add some kale. So get your kale. You're gonna chop up your kale a little bit. You're gonna add about 1/2 cup to 1 cup of kale. You're gonna mix those in really, really good. You're gonna go ahead and turn on your oven and start bringing that water to a boil. Let's go. Boil it up, baby. All right. Now, once the water starts boiling, you're gonna add in your red onions, and you're gonna add in a couple of more ingredients, whatever you feel that kind of is gonna give it that zing, that taste, those those spices that you like. Then you can go ahead and start adding those now as well. And as the water is boiling, you're gonna kind of give it a slight stir and turn it just a little bit. Okay. Don't go too crazy with it, because we want to keep everything nice and smooth and don't really want to overdo it. Now, as the water has come to a boil, we boiled it for a few minutes. Let's just say around about 3 minutes we boiled it. Now, let's bring it down a little bit. We want to bring it right up under the boil, okay? Because we don't want to overcook the kale that's in it. I went ahead and added mine in there, but you can add yours at the very end of the cooking session. All right, it's up to you, but everybody have their own. I just added mine to the beginning. All right, doesn't really matter because it's gonna go down the hatch. But to preserve some of those minerals and the good pieces of your kale, then add it later into your into the blend right before you get ready to blend it. Okay. All right. Now you done drop the boil down up under the boil, and you probably changed it maybe from about a 10. Let's just say you put it around about a 7 or a 6. At this moment, let's go ahead and add in our black cumin seeds, not the oil. If you want to add the oil, that's fine. I didn't add the oil. I used the black cumin seeds because I like how they taste. It's kind of like a sesame seedy taste, just a little bit. So I added some of those in. I added just a little bit under maybe about 1/4 cup of black cumin seeds in there. Okay. And for those who are not familiar about black cumin seeds, trust me, they are so beneficial to your body. For one, for people who have cancer, all right, people who are looking for liver support, they help you with that. Diabetes, they rebuild the pancreatic beta cells. Weight loss, yes, weight loss is very important. Herb for that, especially with appetite. It helps suppresses the appetite, and it helps balances your blood sugar levels. Okay. It also restores hair loss. If you did not know that, check it out. It's definitely good for hair loss. Also for skin, and it's good for infections. Okay. So if you're not familiar with black cumin seed or black cumin seed oil, I suggest you go to Google it up. Check it out. A lot of different sites who talk about it. Get on your YouTube and find out more about black cumin seed and what it is good for. Trust me, you will not regret it. Okay, so now you added in your black cumin seeds. Guess what's next, buddy? You're going to add in a little bit of cayenne. That's right. If you don't like cayenne pepper, it can be a little hot if you're new to the game, but you really want to try out this cayenne pepper. And the reason why I say try out cayenne pepper is because, one, it reduces acidity. All right. Number two, it reduces or remedies you of cramps. It's really great. Trust me. It lowers your cholesterol. People who have shingles, fibromyalgia. It has vitamin C, vitamin B6, and it has vitamin E in it. So when I tell you it is the best of the best, and just in case if you did not know this, if you get a cut on your arm while you're cooking or you're out somewhere camping, playing, your kids come in the house and have a cut, you can take some cayenne pepper and put it on their cut, and it will coagulate. You know what that means? That means it will help stop the bleeding. Yes, that's right, y'all. You can use it in your first aid kit. Cayenne pepper. All right, now Himalayan salt coming up next is our next ingredient. That's right, Himalayan sea salt. We don't use regular table salt. So for those who are learning about healthy eating, trust me, Himalayan salt is your best friend. You want to get rid of that table salt, whatever it is that you've been using, get that out of the house. You want to use Himalayan sea salt. If you don't know about it, glad you asked. I'm going to tell you right now. 84 minerals and trace elements. I said that right. 84, including calcium, magnesium, copper, and iron. Right there, and iodine, right there in your Himalayan sea salt. When you're buying that regular salt, that table salt from out of the store, it only has one, and that is sodium chloride. That is a no-no. When you're talking about high blood pressure, when you're talking about diabetes, when you're talking about having spasms, when you're talking about being dehydrated, oxidative stress, it really supports that. But Himalayan sea salt, let me tell you about it. It does not contain aluminum. If you're not familiar with aluminum, I'm glad you asked. Let me tell you. Aluminum does what? Right. It affects your brain. All right. And this sea salt has not been bleached, and there's less sodium in this. It has sodium because it is salt, but it's less sodium, and it's a good sodium. And it also, instead of it raising your blood pressure, it helps balances your blood pressure. Okay. It balances your body pH. Himalayan salt is good for purifying the air. It's good for your digestive system. It's good for vascular health, and it's good for your libido. And it also aids in kidney and gallbladder health. So it has a lot of different benefits. So this burger that you're making is not just a good tasting burger, but this is a burger that promotes healthy living. All right. Now, once we're finished adding in all of our ingredients, you got all your spices in there, we're going to cook it on low because we don't want to cook out all of the minerals and kill those enzymes in our foods. So we're going to cook our food on low for about 20 to 25 minutes. Okay, it's not going to take long. We just want to make sure that the chickpeas, for those individuals who have chickpeas that have been soaking, we just want to make sure that it is soft enough so when we add it to the blender, that is going to be nice and soft. And so when we make our burgers, it's not all hard and crunchy. All right. Some of you may like the crunch. Some of you may not. But just be sure you can test it along the way. So if it may only be 10 minutes for you, it may only be 15. Some it may be 20. I'm just giving you 20, 25. So don't hold me to the 25. Just keep checking it to make sure that they're soft enough so when you add it to the blender, it's a good taste and it's great for what you're looking for. Okay, now you're done with the low cook. You're gonna add it to a food processor, add it to your blender, whether you're using Ninja, you're using a Vitamix, you're using the Bullet, doesn't really matter. Just long as you get it in there, you blend it up. But you don't want to get it blended up into a paste, if that makes sense. We don't want a paste. We still want it a little chunky, but we want it in a paste. All right, so here's a picture of what mine looks like. It's still a bit chunky, so you get an idea. Now, here's a very important piece. We added breadcrumbs to our burger. You can use breadcrumbs. You can find some gluten-free breadcrumbs. You can use some wheat breadcrumbs. You can do whatever you want to do, but this is going to kind of help keep your burger together. All right, and so you want to add just a little bit of this, not a whole lot, doesn't require much, but you want to add that in there so that you can begin to create your dough, and then you want to roll it, knead it just a little bit, and start making your patties. It's time, baby. We're cooking here. We're about to get done with this thing because we're gonna get our skillet ready. We're gonna turn on the stove so that we can add our oil to it. We're gonna use grapeseed oil for our pan. We want to raise up the heat just a little bit so we can fry it. You know, not a high fry, but we want a medium heat for our patties. Okay, and so we're gonna make our patties. We're gonna add our patties to our pan of grapeseed oil. All right, and then we're gonna start smelling something really, really awesome. Yeah. That's right, buddies and buddy girls. We're smelling something really good that we're about to eat. And so we're going to add our patties. Now, the mixture you just created for myself, we made at least about, let's see here, 4. I made 4 on the first go. I made 5. So about 10, depending on your bun size. If you're going to make a bun or you're going to put it on a wrap or whatever, you know, you can make it however big you want your patties to be. Okay, you don't have to do it how I did it. Trust me. All right, everybody can be creative here, and this is where it gets fun at, because we can flip them over now. We can rub them down and flip them over right here, and you see how they're looking. And trust me, I'm ready to go eat another one right now. And that's it, guys. Our burger is done. Now, yeah, my burger looks a little anorexic. Okay, but I don't like tomatoes and pickles and all those things on my burgers. Okay, just give me a little lettuce, some spinach or something like that, and give me my burger. Put some Veggies on there, and that's it. I'm good. Okay, for you can be as creative as you want. All right, but now you have the most alkaline burger in the world with black cumin seed in it. All right. Once again, I'm Mike. You watching Are You Alkaline Today? Thanks for tuning in. Go make those burgers. Leave a comment. Leave a picture. Tell me exactly what you did and how we can make our burgers even better. And if you have some suggestions, please send me an email. All right. And for the alkaline water, go to www.BIOMineralPlusWater.com. I left everything in the descriptions, but go check it out. I'm Mike, and Are You Alkaline Today?